Welcome, everyone. It is high noon here in my office. And so good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever it is that you are joining me from. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited to be here to reveal something to you that I've known about for some time, but never really shared it with anyone. But you know what? This is the time. This is the time to share it with you. And that's what I want to do. Now we've all been a little bit, I'm going to say challenged, taxed, sitting in a corner wondering what's next through these last 6, 7, 8 months and not sure what may be ahead. But here's something I can tell you. When you start thinking like an entrepreneur and you use the entrepreneurial mindset, even in your daily activities, things start to change and things start to become so incredible for you. And you can read all about entrepreneurism. You can go watch all these YouTubes. You can attend every seminar there is in the world. What I'm going to do is share with you the secret sauce to being a very effective entrepreneur. And so it gives me great pleasure to say to you, I'm not throwing away my shot. And that's exactly right. That's my mantra. I'm not throwing away my shot. You know, that's from Hamilton. And that's what I wake up every morning. And that's the first song I ask Alexa to play for me, is I'm not throwing away my shot. And it just gets me off to a whole new level. Because that right there tells me I'm also going to learn what the secret sauce is to being and becoming and living like an entrepreneur. Before we get too far into this, a real quick disclaimer. If I mention anything about income and potential earnings and what you can and cannot do, just know this. If it is to be, it is up to me. My success does not guarantee your success. Your success does not guarantee mine. And I can guarantee you this, with the right mindset, you can outperform me. You can. You have that in you. So what are we really talking about here? What is the secret sauce that we're talking about? Well, you probably hear people talking about you've got to have a mentor. And yes, you do. And that's so critical. And so how do you get a mentor? What does a mentor cost? How is a mentor different from a coach? I can tell you this. Every single person that you can name that is successful, be it an athlete, be it a politician, be it a performer, be it whomever, whether it's Oprah or Barack Obama or Michael Jordan or Josh Groban or, anyone, Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, anyone. These two things you see on the screen, they have those in common. They all have a coach. They all have a mentor. But that's still not the secret sauce. The secret sauce is modeling, not mentoring, modeling. I want you to remember that word, modeling. Because people will tell you the secret sauce is mentoring, but it's not. It's modeling. So what am I talking about here? When you get involved in something, you want to find people that you can model after. I am very fortunate to be part of a group that I can watch and learn and model. One of the very first people I model after is this guy, Holton Buggs. Holton Buggs is the most successful person ever in network marketing. And before you go, okay, forget it, network marketing, let me tell you something. You know why he's so successful? Because he has redefined what that term means. He asks, are you a recruiter or are you a sponsor? If you're a recruiter, go out and do MLMs and do network marketing and go work for a headhunting firm or a talent agency and recruit all day long because you're good at that. A mentor and a coach might be a good recruiter, but someone you want to model after is a good sponsor. This guy, Edwin Haynes, who wrote the book, You Have Permission to Succeed. I was very fortunate back in February to be at a dinner where he and I had a few moments to have a conversation. And in those few moments, the secret sauce was revealed to me. And Mr. Haynes didn't tell me what the secret sauce was. He asked me a question and I revealed it to myself. You see, when he asked me a question, I said to him, you know what's so unique about what we have here? We're not a company. We're not a business. We're not a corporation. Yeah, technically we are all those things. We're not. We're an environment. We're a culture. We're a group who watches each other and learns from each other. That is called modeling. Another person I met that night, Peter and Karen Hirsch. Peter and Karen Hirsch head up a foundation. And why would I want to model after them? Because they know that being a philanthropic leader is critical. You've got to have philanthropy in order to be a successful entrepreneur. You've got to be able to give. You see, the company that I'm talking about here is called iBoomerang. You've probably heard of it. I'm not here to sell iBoomerang to you. What I'm here to tell you is if you want to get ahead in your own small business, maybe you own a salon, maybe you own a spa, maybe you own a carpenter shop or a plumbing industry or electrician, whatever, you're still an entrepreneur. And what I'm talking about right here, this is going to take you to the next level. So why philanthropy? Because just like a boomerang, when you toss it out, it comes back to you. That's why our company is called iBoomerang. We toss out goodwill and goodwill comes back to us. If we just tossed it out and it didn't come back to us, you know what that's called? A stick. I learned that from Mr. Hirsch. That's pretty ingenious, is it not? A stick. You see, you've got to toss out goodwill. You know, there's a thing called the law of attraction, the universe. The universe has you come and be part of someone and something. I had been searching for the longest to find a way to take my life first, my life to the next level. Because you see, Jim Rohn says and teaches, he's one of the great people in the industry of personal development. Jim Rohn teaches you have to work harder on yourself than you do at your work. That's what these folks here model. And so I was able to get involved with these people, and I didn't know any of these people when I got involved. I just saw an opportunity and I thought, I'm going to check this out. And it didn't take me long at all to realize I was in the right place at the right time with the right opportunity and the right leadership. And there's only one thing left, and that was I had to make the right decision. And so here's how I knew I had made the right decision. So I got involved with this about a year and a half ago. It was in March of 2019. I got involved in this and I started watching these people. And the very first event that I attended, I saw that there was something different. It was unlike anything else I had been to. Everything else I'd been to was a typical conference. You go, you have fun, you drink a lot, you talk to people, and you go home, and that's it. This was different. I walk in the ballroom with 1,000 of my closest friends, expecting maybe 100, 200. I mean, we didn't even know what the company's name was going to be at that time. And the minute I saw the enthusiasm and the camaraderie and the brotherhood and sisterhood from people who had studied under these folks for years, I knew I wanted to be a part of it. So I became a student. And Holton Buggs, one of the first things Holton Buggs will teach you is when the student's ready, the teacher will appear. And so it was last November, almost a year ago now, last November, Mr. Buggs had an event up in New York. And New York, as you can tell from my office here, that is my city. That is my why to get back to New York and to be part of that culture up there. So Mr. Buggs had an event up in New York. And I flew up to New York. Met one of my who I call my boomerang brother up there. Rudy and I went to this event together, and we met someone else that told me, you need to model after this person. And that person was Mr. Johnny Wimbrey, best-selling author. You see who's Johnny standing on stage with there. Now, why am I telling you all of this? Why am I mentioning all of this to you? Because you see, each one of these people, this is just the very tip. It's like the head of a straight pin of the people that are in this organization that you can model after. Not mentor, not coach. That's there. That's important. But to study and model after. Now, yes, I've met all these people personally, and they probably know who I am. But I've not had a mentoring, modeling, coaching session with them. Why? Because I study and I watch. And I ask myself, what would Holton Buggs do? What would Peter and Karen Hirsch do? What would Edwin Haynes do? What would Johnny Wimbrey do? And that's what Bart's going to do. Because you see, here's how that secret sauce starts to mix. Whenever you have something that you are going to create, whether you're baking a cake or doing a mosaic or whatever, you got to have something that blends it all together. Am I right? A canvas. Well, here it's called the PRIB, Perpetual Residual Income Builder. I'm not trying to sell you on the PRIB. I'm trying to show you that when I got involved, rather than spending thousands and thousands of dollars to be in a seminar with one of those 5 people I just showed you, rather than spending thousands of dollars to be in those seminars and study under them, what if, for less than the cost of one seminar, not only could I have access to them and access to their training and watch how they work with groups and see how things happen, but I could get paid doing it. That's what the PRIB is. It's a perpetual residual income builder. For me, it is the genesis of what's taking me and my why to the next level. Yeah, the front door to the PRIB is called the IGO Platform. You see, the PRIB is built on the concept of we make money when our customers save money. So we just give out access to the PRIB. And you go, well, that's cool, Bart, but really how much can you get with that? Remember that dinner I told you about that I was at in February, and Mr. Haynes was there, and he and I had a very few minutes to chat. That night, I had 500 customers. I was part of what's called the 500 Club, one of the very few in the organization with that many. But after being part of that dinner, you see, there's a thing too that Mr. Buggs has instituted here. It's called the LUE, L-U-E, loyalty, unity, edification. That LUE is what transcends and propels everything. I experienced it that night during that 2-hour or so dinner with the Hirsches, with the Wimbreys, with the Buggs, with the Haynes. Yes, I experienced it. And so in February of 2020, 7 months ago, I had 500 customers. Today, I have nearly 2,200 customers. Why? Because I'm modeling after what they do and getting the word out by what they do. The recipe is this, and this, and voila, you have a cake. But any chef, any mom in the world, any grandmother in the world will tell you the secret sauce to anything is a 4-letter word called LOVE. It's the love they put in it. The 4-letter word here is called the PRIB, the PRIB. And so, yes, when we started, all we had was travel. And then we launched a rideshare program that's going to totally change everything in the rideshare, drive share, delivery business. But it didn't stop there. You see a thing called a vision. Helen Keller, God, I love this quote. Helen Keller says, that the only thing worse than being blind is having sight and no vision. Well, the vision is what really permeates through all of this. So you see the Prib is designed to have additional products. That's already happened. We have a thing now called Zents. Mr. Bugs picked 72 people to help test market this product. And guess what? I was one of them. I am one of them. We're a test market group for this product and helping to put it into another level. This was announced a little over a week ago, and we've already sold over 1 million of these. What is Zents? It's the world's first no-touch wearable technology. Let me show it to you right here. There it is. It's the power of essential oils, and you can see that the essential oils are in the horseshoe part of the toppings. Those two little silver white things, that's the technology. So it works like a diffuser in your nose. I'm wearing one, and I bet you can't even tell. And it comes right now in 3 moods. We're pre-selling these right now. And like I said, we've already got 1 million orders out there. So that's one thing. The next thing, again, remember we said we make money when our customers save money? We have a thing called Bill Genius. You give Bill Genius your cell phone bill, your cable bill, your internet bill, your water bill, your Sirius XM bill, your security bill, whatever it is that you have, and he's going to take a look at it, he and his staff. And if they can save you money, they're going to negotiate that for you. And it doesn't cost a single penny for Bill Genius to look at your bills. So why am I telling you all of this? Because this is how I'm creating residual income that really and truly right now in my life and where I'm going with my business, that's secondary to the education, the modeling that I am receiving. But it doesn't stop there. New verticals are going to be announced every quarter. That Prib is going to keep on. And you go, isn't that Prib then kind of like Amazon? Yes, you're right. Amazon got started with books, selling used books at that. Ladies and gentlemen, what if not only you gave people access to Amazon, and I just had a delivery made to my house about an hour ago, and every time a delivery gets made, you get paid because you gave someone that information. That's what we have here. And on top of that, you'd be able to model after someone like a Jeff Bezos. Well, I just showed you the people we have. That's just our starting 5 that we have right there. This company is packed full of people. We're in 188, 190 countries, nearly 1 million customers. So let me ask you one other thing. Do you board the plane when it's on the ground or when it's in the air? You go, that might be kind of stupid. But here's what I want to say to you about that. We're on the ground. We're not in the air. If you tried to get on board at Amazon right now, you'd be in the air. Not going to happen. But with this, it can happen. So here's what I want to invite you to do. I want you to go to my website, gogetbart.com, and you'll hit that enter button, and you'll see even more information about Zents. You'll see more information about Bill Genius. You can even learn more about this business that I'm in. But then you just keep going through that website and you'll see some of the training that I do. It's all part of this modeling. The book that I've written, it's out there. I've got 2 more coming out. I got a novel coming out. See, that's my passion. That's my why, telling stories. So I want to leave you with one last story. And this comes as a result of modeling. Think about this. You see, there was an old cat and a young kitten. And the old cat was just curled up on the rug, and his tail was just a-popping. And that young kitten was there in the room, and that young kitten was chasing its tail. It would just run in circles. You've seen cats do that. Run in circles and chase its tail, chase its tail, chase its tail. And finally, the old cat looked at that young kitten and said, "What the hell are you doing?" And the young kitten, being almost a teenager, got its back up in the air and said, "I've been to cat philosophy school. And in cat philosophy school, they have taught us that happiness is found in a cat's tail. And if I can grab onto my tail, I'll have eternal happiness." And the old cat just looked at the little kitten. You see, that's also how people generally go after personal development, personal empowerment. They try to absorb as much as they can, they digest it, and then they can just spit it out. But what the little kitten didn't realize is that it had to let go of happiness in order to eat or to drink. Because you can't do both with the tail in your mouth. So the old cat said to the kitten, "You know, I've never been to cat philosophy school, but you are right. Happiness is in the cat tail. And here's what I learned. If you go about minding your own business, being the person you're destined to be, and becoming the best version of yourself possible, happiness follows you wherever you go." Can you see that cat's tail up in the air and crooked at the top? Happiness follows you wherever you go. That's called modeling. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bart. I welcome you to be part of this secret sauce. I'm going to continue this discussion every day until September 30th. I want you to do one thing for me. Go out to gogetbart.com, check it out. If you have some questions or things you want me to cover next couple of days, send me an email as a contact form in there. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bart. Been my pleasure. And tomorrow I'll reveal more of the secret sauce. Boom.